when I was in Kenya, anytime I would use M-Pesa, a part of me wanted it not to work so that I wouldn't have to make this video, but they got me. Like, it always worked. Hi, Kofi here. After using M-Pesa from Safaricom in Kenya for about 2 months, here's how I feel about mobile money. And I think M-Pesa is light years ahead of MTN Mobile Money for these 3 reasons. So the first one is speed, fast. M-Pesa is extremely fast, and for whatever transaction I wanted to use it for, it would work and in a fast manner. So I've not always been a fan of MTN MoMo for the most part. I think my colleagues know that. It is for a good reason, because when it comes to speed, when you want to complete your transaction in a timely fashion, you want it to happen as quick as possible, there's something going to delay you with MTN MoMo. On my phone, on average, it takes me about 30 to 45 seconds to complete a transaction. Many times, I think about 95% of the time, I need to explicitly go into the menu to my approve transactions approval or something like that, and have to like go through the list of transactions, which will be the most recent one, what I want to do to confirm it, because the USSD confirmation hardly ever comes to my phone. Like 95% of the time it won't show up. But with M-Pesa, like, the transactions are always seamless, they happen on time. I go upstairs to grab something to eat, I go to make my payment, I see what they call I think Lipa na M-Pesa, pay with M-Pesa, enter in the till number, goods and services, you're good to go. This all I described usually happens within like less than 10 seconds. Go, confirm, enter my PIN, I'm done. But I always struggle with MTN MoMo, and for whatever reasons, to bring even the menu up takes sometimes 10 to 15 seconds on my phone. And I would believe I'm using a good phone. But why is that the case? M-Pesa is always fast for whatever kind of transactions you want to do. For the 2 months I used M-Pesa, every transaction was instant, was fast, worked, never had any issue. Now, the second thing is it's everywhere. It's simplify the entire cashless society they have there, from food shops to electrical shops, gadgets, to rides. You want to pay with your ride in a ride, to even in a matatu, you want to pay for your ride with M-Pesa, you can still do that. 10 shillings, 20 shillings, 30 shillings, 100. It's so easy to make those kind of transactions. And the fact that everybody uses it means that if you have it, it's worth it. You can use it. It's not like Momo that you only need to use to pay for services rendered to somebody, or you want to send money to, like, this is part of their society. M-Pesa is used everywhere, and they don't need point of sales devices, because everything is on their phone, and because it's instant. If you want to deposit money, if you want to withdraw money, anywhere. Like, I walk into a Samsung shop and there's M-Pesa there, and I ask them, like, is this an M-Pesa shop or is it a Samsung shop? Pretty much everybody has M-Pesa, because many people might not be using the Safaricom SIM for as their phone number to make phone calls or to browse, but they would have an M-Pesa SIM card so that they can make M-Pesa transactions. So it's everywhere. And it's so ingrained into the government as well, to the extent that I paid for my customs fee using M-Pesa. And that was like, what, I think in the evening around 10 p.m. Here in Ghana, I spent about 3 days trying to see how much I'm even supposed to pay for my customs. In Kenya, I was on my bed and I just got the email, got to see how much I'm supposed to pay, and just made the payment, using M-Pesa. The following day, the process started and I was good to go. Never went to the customs, never went to queue anywhere, whatever. It was handled seamlessly. And that's just one example of how far the M-Pesa goes when it comes to what you can pay with. It's so integrated and pretty much everybody uses it. The last but not least is how easy it is to integrate the M-Pesa API into your own application. So this is from what a developer who's used their API described it as, it's developer friendly. It's something that you can get up to speed with and start integrating in your application as soon as possible. Talk about MTN MoMo. You probably need 2 PhDs just to start working with the API. And whether it will work or not, you have no idea. But with this M-Pesa, developers are able to use it and it works. It's developer friendly. Getting up to speed with it, it's not rocket science, and so more developers are able to embrace it and integrate it and use it. Can't say the same thing for MTN MoMo API. So overall, I think the whole experience with M-Pesa, it's something that left a really good taste in my mouth, and I don't know exactly what Safaricom is doing with M-Pesa. I don't know what their magic recipe is, what the secret is. Like, whatever they're doing with the M-Pesa, it's working and it's amazing. They seem to be doing a good job when it comes to these mobile payments, when it comes to M-Pesa, and even when it comes to their mobile data, which I'm going to talk about in an upcoming video. I think there's a lot to learn from what they are doing in terms of how fast, how efficient, how reliable their system is. It's something that really impressed me. Anytime I would use M-Pesa, a part of me wanted it not to work so that I wouldn't have to make this video, but they got me. Like, it always worked, and I used it for only 2 months. So this is my experience from the 2 months period, but I think many Kenyans will share the same experience because they use M-Pesa, and it is for good reasons, because it works. The thing is good, and they are serious about the platform and making sure it works as it should. So I'm really impressed about M-Pesa, and I really wish it's something like that could be implemented in other parts of let's say West Africa, Ghana for instance, so that we can have some proper transactions happening. So I made a video previously about how expensive Safaricom is and their mobile data packages. There's a follow-up video coming about how reliable and how fast the network is, and it is related to live streaming. So I will be talking about that in an upcoming video. Thanks for joining me in this one, and hope to see you in the next. Bye.